Delegates to the 7th British Commonwealth Forestry Conference arrive in Melbourne, Victoria, on yet another stage of their tour of the forests of Australia and New Zealand. Accompanied by the chairman of the Victorian Forests Commission, Mr. A.O. Lawrence, and the chiefs of the several state forest authorities, our guests come as representatives of all the countries within the British Commonwealth. From the United Kingdom and Canada, from Pakistan, Malaya, Sarawak and Fiji, across the Indian Ocean, from South Africa, Kenya, Rhodesia and Nigeria. A most distinguished gathering to which the Victorian Forest Service is proud to extend a welcome. Leaving the city on the first day of the tour, our visitors are escorted on a field trip to inspect a typical area of the temperate moderate rainfall forest in the mountainous regions of the Upper Yarra Forest District. The first stop is at the Forest Office at Powelltown, some 50 miles to the east of Melbourne, where the delegates, accompanied by the Minister of Forests, the Honourable G.S. MacArthur, MLC, are able to inspect a display of radio and fire protection equipment. Here are to be seen power pumps of various capacities, from the trailer-type Coventry Climax, 220 GPM, to smaller and portable types operating at 60 and 40 GPM. Also on display are modern tankers, hose-laying and winding equipment, and a mobile lighting plant for use at emergency firefighting camp. Canvas tanks and the operation of portable pumps appear of considerable interest, particularly to Sir Arthur Gosling, head of the United Kingdom delegation. Then commences the steady climb via the Big Rock Forest Road and Starlings Gap to a section of virgin mountain ash forest in the Ada River Basin, 3,000 feet above sea level. Here, the district forest officer outlines the history of the mountain ash in the area. 250 to 300 feet in height, while a typical cross-section shows an average age of 160 years. And now, a very welcome ceremony. Lunch in the heart of the Australian bush. The afternoon's program then continues with a demonstration of tree felling using axe and chainsaw. After inspecting the butt of the felled tree and a final look around at other bush operations, the delegates make their way back to the buses for the return journey to the city. The animated and almost continuous discussion and the obvious reluctance of our visitors to leave the area indicate the very great interest which has resulted from the day's inspection of a typical mountain forest in central Victoria. And now, another day's tour into the land of the golden wattle. Northern Victoria. Crossing over the Goulburn River Bridge, flanked by stands of river red gum, we pass into a typical low rainfall or dry country mixed forest type, red ironbark and grey box, within the forest district of Rushworth. At the first stop, the delegates inspect a demonstration of thinning operations, where, after explanations of development and silvicultural treatment by the district forest officer, questions and answers are the order of the day. Once again, we find an open-air luncheon prepared, as on other occasions, by local members of the Country Women's Association. To Professor Anderson falls the pleasing duty of conveying the thanks and appreciation of the delegates to the President and ladies. And then back in the bush again for demonstrations of pole cutting, sleeper hewing with broad axe, and operation of the barrow saw. And finally, a visit to a mallee eucalypt area to view the hand sickling of leaf for oil distillation. Here, the recurring coppice growth provides a continuous crop rotation, which yields an average cineal content in the refined oil of 88%. It is here that the delegates take their leave of the Victorian forests, the last stop of the tour being now behind them, and are given a typical Australian bush farewell as they commence the 100-mile journey back to Melbourne. Outbound aircraft at Essendon Aerodrome convey the delegates from Victoria to New South Wales for the next stage of the Forestry Conference in Sydney and Canberra. Our visitors came to this state as strangers. They leave today as our very good friends. Yet another link to strengthen mutual understanding and cooperation between countries of the British Commonwealth. We of the Forests Commission of Victoria hope that our guests have enjoyed our company as much as we have enjoyed theirs, and trust that their sojourn in this state has been both pleasurable and profitable. And so, goodbye and good luck.